This investigation takes place in a substantial parish church in East Kent. This impressive building was enlarged from a Saxon church in the 14th century. One of the mysteries of this building relates to a burial, the founder of a 14th century college who requested to be buried here. There is a burial capped by a stone in his name, which contains a body. However, he died at Canterbury, and an elaborate tomb to him can be seen in the cathedral there. Both contain a body, so who's the imposter, and does the real person walk this amazing building? During the English Civil War, a pitched battle took place for over 5 hours in the streets nearby. Could any of the dead from this battle haunt this church? A high-ranking royalist soldier is certainly buried within, and a medieval tomb bears damage said to have been caused by swords or pikes from during this period. We were called in after people working alone in the church at night reported hearing movement and a sense that they were not alone, when they were in fact the only ones in the building. So could memories of these illustrious times make themselves known to us? We had the whole place to ourselves for the whole night, so stay with us and see what we uncovered.
For those who've watched part 1 and part 2 of this footage already, this is the lost footage that was recorded during the break that we initially couldn't locate. We've now found it and it proved interesting, so we've made it into part 3. Follow the story as you follow the cameras through what we achieved during the break. Here's the footage from the end of the part 1 video, where Graham and Ian have just heard a noise in the nave area of the church. Follow it as we move through onto the footage that was recorded on the other camera.
Like to me, I had that after thing.
You just describe what happened, because we had all footage off. What's just occurred?
Well, basically, we were just standing by the door to the vestry. Ian was in the vestry, it was us three outside, just here, and I heard a sound that was woo, like that, then I heard the echo by it as well. Now I can make it echo if I go this side of here, but obviously the space is smaller. But I definitely heard the echo, and then Ian said he heard it from in the vestry, but quieter. So if it was, it just makes me think that it was in here.
Yeah, and typically, because we were on a break, and I was going in there just to put my camera down, I'd just switch my camera off, put it on the table, and then you heard it, then I heard it. I'd just turn my camera off.
Yeah, I'd already turned this one off, it was on the table back there.
Is your one still going up the top?
Yes, it is.
So that's something then, isn't it?
Yeah, so we can check the footage on the other one.
That was quite loud.
Plus the voice recorders.
Yeah.
Oh, your two? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I turned mine
anyway,
off
you can
as
check
well.
back on it.
I put it all back in there.
Oh,
and
that's
then
good.
it happened.
That was
But
loud.
that's not going to be long after you walked away from your static cam over there.
Yeah, this one's on.
Dean's got two voice recorders on.
Oh, right, okay.
One here and one here.
Step there.
Dave's going to set a static camera up there while we break.
Just leave this one running.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We're not going to have time for a break.
Got half an hour left. And here's the footage from the static camera that was in the chancel of the church. All of our voices are a little distant, as we were some distance away by this point. However, you can hear something if you listen very carefully, and we'll repeat it as well. After being somewhat stopped in our tracks by the reported noise heard by the team and evidenced on this footage, we relocated the camcorder and Ian's voice recorder to within the nave of the church while we went outside. It's going to move you. And we were outside for about 20 minutes. So these are the highlights from the footage.
What they're going to do is going to move the camera down. Yeah, my voice recorder's running down there. No. I made a clear request for them to do something on the voice recorder for us whilst we live here, if that's when they're more comfortable. Yeah, so good. And we'll check it when we get back.
There you go.
Got it?
There's a small mark placed on this piece of footage just to show you roughly where Ian's voice recorder was placed in relation to the position of this camera. From this point you can just hear us moving away from the camera and towards the door at the east end, where we stood outside for approximately 20 minutes. Here's a quick reminder of us reviewing the footage after our break that initially appeared at the beginning of part 2 of the video.
It's on the table, red light. While I've gone, and while we're not here, if that's where you would rather make a noise or say something to us, please do so, and please say it to that red light there and it can record your voice. We're going to go and we'll give you some privacy to do that for us, and then afterwards we're going to listen to it and we're going to see if you did something and you left a message for us. Thank you. 5:35. Okay. That's not a lot. That's fine.
That's dull for that.
Yeah. You know what I think that is? Yeah. sounds like a knock on the table it was
Does.
sat on. Yeah, that's furniture.
That is furniture, yeah.
Do you agree?
I'd say so. Sounds like it's me.
Yeah.
Oh, what about that
What
one,
was
mate?
that?
That was good. Same type of sound, but
that
deeper.
one there.
That's that block there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it again.
It's a good one.
That's like a bang, isn't it? Someone banging.
That's not lights.
You need to go down there and bang.
That's wood.
See what it sounds like, yeah.
That's another one of those.
Sounds like the last one, just louder.
Louder. Beating that section there.
This one banging the door. It don't sound like a door sound, does it?
It's like
Another
not.
noise taken when we were on a break. We weren't in the church.
It's quite
Like that.
Six. That wasn't a light either.
No.
Thoughts? Noise, yeah.
But not lights.
That's not a light.
No, so big wood or something.
It's wooden.
It is.
And here is that same noise as it was heard on Ian's recording.
5:35. Okay.
here is that same noise as it was heard on Ian's recording. And here is the last noise that you heard, as recorded by Ian's voice recorder.
That's like a bang, isn't it? Someone banging.
That's not lights.
You need to go down there and bang.
That's wood.
See what it sounds like, yeah.
We skip forward a little and you can now see Ian recovering his voice recorder from the location it was left in prior to taking it back and us reviewing it, which was originally aired in part 2 of the footage.
Ian approaching camera. That was me, going down to retrieve my voice recorder.
We hope you've enjoyed these revelations in what is now part 3 of the church investigation, and you'll join us for our other investigations in the future. Please give us a thumbs up below the footage, and also if you click on the bell symbol you'll be notified of any forthcoming videos as and when they're released, and if you click on subscribe you'll get notified every time a new one pops up. Thank you.